Happy Tuesday, it's Shannon Wilkie, education advocate and owner of the Shine Advocacy Group. Today I want to talk to you about behaviors at school. Oftentimes when a student has autism, ADHD, even a learning difference or disability, anxiety, dyslexia, anything, behaviors can be present at school because they're trying to tell us something. So think of behavior as a signal from the child that something is not a lagging skill is not right. They need growth in a certain area. So a strategy for kids with, let's say, ADHD or autism is to teach them the skills they need to succeed before they have the problem. It sounds elementary, but it's not always. So oftentimes I'll get a call from a client whose kid is sitting in a desk far back in the corner of the room all by themselves, and we are telling that child, because you are impulsive or because you may blurt out more, you're not really part of our classroom. If you think about it from that child's perspective, they're being singled out, embarrassed, shamed because of a manifestation of their disability. So we need to stop, because that's not going to help bring up those lagging skills. Instead, we need to teach that child how to behave in the classroom, because no matter what age, lagging skills can be more than academics. And I know if you followed me for some time, you'll hear me talk about that a lot, but I've seen the impact that it can make professionally and personally if a child is taught the lagging skills, the lagging social skills, the lagging behavioral skills, the lagging classroom management skills, rather than shamed. That growth can be phenomenal. So what to do? So if you have no plan, no 504, no formal plan at school, if you do not have a 504, if you do not have an IEP, but your child has a diagnosed disability, I would start by putting a plan in place at school, a formal plan. And then secondly, give the child some accommodations that will help them. A lot of times the child knows what will help them. They will say, my body needs movement. The lights are too bright. It's too noisy. You could do movement breaks. You can do noise canceling headphones. If a child's older, oftentimes clients will get in trouble because they are older and they're leaving the classroom because they feel stress, anxiety, or different than their peers. And so if they're leaving to go to the restroom, leaving to take a break, they might need a pass. It's common to give them like a card or a token type system where they can leave the classroom, so then they feel a sense of control, and it will help them, not get in trouble, not be sent to detention or suspension even for doing something to calm their bodies down, because that should be commended. So those are some accommodation ideas. If you already have an IEP and you have a student who really struggles behaviorally, you should have a positive behavior intervention plan. Oftentimes a school psychologist will do something called a functional behavioral assessment, or, because we like to acronym everything in the world of special education, an FBA, a functional behavioral assessment. And that's where the school psychologist will observe your child and try to find the function or root cause of the behavior. And so when you find out why the child is refusing to do work or blurting out, then you can try to positively reinforce the behavior by giving the child a lot of praise. These kiddos receive so much correction at any age, from K through high school. It's, Johnny, turn your desk around. Johnny, stop blurting. Did I ask you to leave the classroom, Johnny? Why are you still here? Johnny, get your hands off the student next to you. Johnny, put your pencil down. And to hear that day in and day out is not very motivating. People change by feeling good, not by feeling bad. So if we shame a child, they will not change, or they're not learning the skill set. If they change, it's for the wrong reasons. They need to learn the skill set to want to change, and then therefore that change can be long lasting. So instead, let's try to find out what's going on with Johnny by talking to Johnny. Or if the child's older especially, they may know they need a little more movement. They need to be an active participant in class. They need to feel that connection. So each child is different, but in general terms, anybody will want to do good in class, right? If not, the reason is because they're trying to tell us something. So if we talk to the child, add it to a 504 or IEP, it might be a lagging skill that needs to be addressed at school with a curriculum or some type of a goal if they have an IEP, and just reinforce the good behavior. Every time Johnny is sitting at attention, waiting to learn, thank you, Johnny, you're being so respectful. Thank you, Johnny, for sitting forward. Just these children need so much praise. So let's catch them doing something good, because then that connection will form and they will have modeling the desired behavior much more than not. Okay, so try to put it, as Dr. Ross Green, one of my favorite child psychologists, says, let's change our lens and look at what we can do to help these lagging skills. Thank you. Bye.